Hello, crafty friends, and welcome back. I am working on a layout for this year's eclipse that was in April. So I didn't really have anything specific. One time, sometime probably this summer, I was at my local scrapbook store just kind of walking around. And I was actually looking at some papers in the baby aisle, and I noticed this paper, and it's actually from a PhotoPlay collection that it was like space people and dinosaurs, and I don't know what it was called, but anyway, I used this gray side, which I think looks like the eclipse. So, kind of like the full circle and then the partial, and then going back to the full. So, I decided to use that as my background for my eclipse layout. So, don't, sometimes think outside the box when you're looking for papers for a certain topic that, I wouldn't have thought that there would be a paper in the baby aisle that I would use. However, I will mention that I do remember that the last eclipse that came through in the Midwest, where we could partially see the eclipse, that the background paper was similar to the same concept where it was like a big circle and the partial circles and then going back to the big circle. It was actually a Halloween paper as well. So that's what I use. I think that's what made this paper catch my eye, I guess, when I was just kind of wandering around looking at various things. So I wasn't actually looking for something specific for this layout, but when I saw it, I was like, oh, there we go. That's what I'm going to use on these pictures. So then, I didn't have any embellishment specific for the eclipse, so I really focused on pulling things from old collections and my color drawers. And I ended up using like this purple plum color as my main supporting uh, color because the color of the glasses that we purchased were this purpley color. Now, you'll see that my husband has those glasses on. My daughter and I, we could not find the glasses that he purchased because I put them in a place so I would not forget where they were. And then the day came and I couldn't find the glasses. Yeah, we found them like an hour after it was over. So I actually dug out the ones from a couple years ago that I had scrapbooked that page, and so I found that scrapbook layout, pulled the extra glasses from behind the layout, and we used those to view the eclipse that was happening. So we made it work. So that was the first place where I pulled the purple. And then, of course, I have my college t shirt on from UNI, and they were purple as well. So I just ran with it and went with the purpley themed to go with the accent color of like the grays and the blacks. So I guess kind of to back up way early in the layout here, this ginormous film strip, it was actually, I think, travel themed. It said journey and destination, and I think it's been in my stash forever. And so it was just time to use it that I decided to lean on the photo strips and just make it work. So I pulled things from my color drawers, old collections, purples, grays, and blacks mainly. So some of those tickets you can see that was from a Pink Fresh collection that I had, or a paper, and it had lots of different things. It might have actually been from like the pandemic, when everybody was baking and doing all this stuff. Everybody but me. I was still working because apparently I was essential. However, I didn't really want to use what was on the ticket, so I ended up just cutting that piece of paper up, putting them in my color drawers, and so for this, I just made sure to cover up the circle and the image icon on that ticket and made it work as more of just a general layer and embellishment here. So now I don't know if the Eclipse was technically a bucket list, but it was a cool thing. It was not a complete eclipse viewing where I was from. I would say that would be a bucket list. That would be cool to see. So we'll just go with that, saying that that was part of, why I put bucket list on there. It was just something to use and support the theme of what was going on. So pretty much here, I'm going to just add all the embellishments on that I have picked out for this layout. Got all my photo strips down, getting that ticket down, and then I'm going to use that camera there to cover up the icon on the ticket that doesn't really go with my theme. And again, I'm just making my embellishments work for me. So I wanted that ticket more for the color rather than what it had on it. So using some foam stickers to spell out Eclipse from my stash. That awesome. It was also from my stash as well. And let's see. So then I do decide to put a little, I had some of this paper left over, so I decide to build a little cluster there just over on the right side and put several of these just general, just word statements and letter phrases, things like that. So it says special day, loved this, and snapshots from today. And then eventually when you see the final pictures, you will see that I have gone back and added some enamel dots in some purple and gray colors throughout the layout. And I did also add a silver paper clip to one of the purple tickets. So really that is going to wrap things up here. Here are the close-up photos of the extra additions that I have added. If you have any questions for me, please feel free to leave those down below. And I will have the close-up pictures on my Instagram as well as on Pinterest. So if you want to check them out there, that would be great. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.